Okay, we are on lesson 8, comparing different types of income. So our first example, we've got Jody. She earns $23.50 an hour plus any time and a half, which is our 1.5. So time and a half, 1.5 more for any hours worked over 40 in a week. That's our standard. Last week, she worked 47 hours. Then we've got Lucas. He just earns an annual salary of $45,000. What are their weekly gross? So I'm going to put Lucas over here. I need more room for Jody. Okay, so Lucas is going over there. And we're going to go 45,000. How many weeks are in a year, folks? 52. 52. We're dividing by 52. And that's going to tell us our weekly earnings for Lucas. So that's going to be weekly earnings for Lucas. Okay, so we got that much per year divided by 52 weeks. And we got to go to the nearest penny. So that's going to give us $865.38 per week. Okay, so that's how much Lucas makes per week. We got to find out how much Jody makes per week. All right, so Jody, she has her regular pay is $23.50 per hour for 40 hours a week. For 40 hours. Then she earns time and a half. So I have to go $23.50 times 1.5. That's going to be her overtime wage. Okay, that means her overtime per hour. So $23.50 becomes times 1.5, $35.25. That's a nice wage. So $35.25 per hour times 7 hours overtime. Now, where did I get the 7 hours overtime? Well, the question tells us that she worked a total of 47 hours. So our hours, 40 and 7, have to add up to 47. Okay, so she worked 47 hours. Now we need to multiply those to find out how much Jody made. So Jody's going to make $940 regular pay, plus her overtime is $246.75. We have to add those together. She's going to make $1,186.75 per week. Now we compare. We want to look at Jody and Lucas and see who made more, and we have to say how much more. So which number is bigger, Jody's or Lucas's? Well, if you had a paycheck, whose paycheck would you want? I want Jody's. Jody's got $1,186, whereas dude's only making $865. So she makes lots more than he does. We need to figure out how much more. So we know Jody makes more, but we have to say how much more. So Jody makes blank more. So now how do we find that out? What are we going to say? How do we find out how much more? Not divide. I would say subtract. So now we're going to take the big number, subtract small. So we're going to go $11.86.75, subtract $8.65.38. That's how I'm finding how much more she made. So when we do our subtracting, she earns $321.37 more than Lucas. So that's how much more money she makes than Lucas. So again, this is a typical 3-mark or 2.5-mark question where you would have your answer for Jody, you'd have your answer for Lucas, and then you would subtract to find out who made more. Okay? So that's how you would figure the question out. So a good 3-mark question. Now we're going to go to example 2. Example 2's got some commission stuff in there. So we're comparing James and Tyler. So it says James earns $9.50 an hour and worked 32 hours. Tyler, during his 20-hour work week, earns $7.90 an hour, but he also makes 4% commission. Okay, so we got James. He earns $9.50 per hour times 32 hours. Yeah, right. Okay, you got to find where this is. Everybody figure it out. Get your notes out. So if I go $9.50 times 32 hours, I'm going to get $304. Okay, so that's how much he made regular. Then we've got Tyler. Tyler has $7.90 per hour times 20 hours. So $7.90 times 20 hours, that's going to give us $158. But that's not all for Tyler. Tyler also makes commission. Yeah, I just got to retype that because it's not in there very well. 0.90. So it's 7.90 times 20. So he makes $158. Then he makes commission on his sales. So plus we have to add his commission. So for commission, we're going to take the sales, 3,500. Oh boy, this is glitching. Hang on. I don't know why it's glitching so bad. Okay, so 3,500 times, it says he makes 4%. So do I times it by 4? What do we do when we see good? When we see percentages, the first thing I do with a percent is I'm going to divide it by 100. And that's going to give me my decimal. We always use decimals where percents are concerned. So that's going to give me 0.04. So that's what I'm multiplying down here, 0.04. So when I multiply all that out, he's going to make 140 on his commission. It is. So now I've got to add it all together, and he's going to make $298. Okay, looking at both totals. So we have two totals now. We've got 304 and 298. Who made more? Whose total is larger? James is larger. Okay, so we're going to go to our question and we're going to say James made more, but we need to know how much more. So James made blank more. We always have to fill in that blank. So it's always big number subtract small number. He made $6 more. It wasn't very much, but he made $6. Every dollar counts. And then pardon me? And now we are going to see 217. Now we're going to see example 3. Okay, example 3, it says Crystal works as a barber and earns $7.40 an hour. She worked 35 hours a week for 48 weeks of the year. We want to find their yearly or annual income. That's yearly. All right, so we want to compare both of them. So we got to find Crystal first. So Crystal is making $7.40 per hour times 35 hours per week. So how much is she going to make per week? That's what we got to figure out. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now it's going to end up being $259 per week. Okay, so $259 per week. Now we times that by the number of weeks. We times that by 48 weeks. And that's going to give us for the year. Because why is it 48 and not 52? Why would they use a different number than 52? It's holidays. Maybe she got holidays, right? Weeks. It's not 52 because those 4 weeks she probably would have had holidays. So that's going to give her per year $12,432 per year. Okay, that's her annual. So now we got to find Sasha. Sasha earns $1,430 semi-monthly. So we need to times that by 24 because she gets paid twice a month. That's what semi-monthly means. So we got to times it by 24, and that's going to tell us how much she makes per year. Well, look at this number. $34,320 per year. Whose number is bigger? Oh, yeah, Sasha's making way more money. Atta be, Sasha. All right. You're making the money. That's right. Sasha's making money over there. Okay. So we got two different numbers to compare. Our last step is always to say who made more and how much more. So now we know Sasha made... Yeah, I'll get it. Blank more. Come on, you P. Loving in harmony. Oh, that would have been on the video. Okay. So Sasha made more. Now we got to take big number, subtract small number. That's going to tell us how much more money she made. She made a lot more. She ended up making $21,888 more dollars than Crystal did. So she made a ton more money than Crystal. Yeah, 888. It's a pretty cool number. And that is the end of lesson 8.